Let's go to Instagram. Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Connect streaming software. Why are we not on?
There's a lot to get going.
There it comes. Okay, now. There we go. Now we're live.
Yay.
Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Let me cover my nakedness up right here. I don't want nobody lusting on me.
If you're covering up, what am I doing?
Yeah. Let me take these glasses off. What's everybody doing this evening in Atlanta, Georgia? So we come on here to let people know that at 8 o'clock at Folk Art here in Hapeville.
At 8 o'clock at Folk Art in Hapeville, Out on Film is joining with, Olive and Agatha for a night of Bingo After Dark. Now, I've only played bingo twice in my life, but
I love bingo.
we're going to see how this goes.
I love bingo.
What's wonderful is that when you purchase a ticket, all of the proceeds tonight, or some of the proceeds, something's happening where they're going to Out on Film, which is the wonderful LGBTQ film festival here in town.
No. Gracie, don't let her get dog hair all over me. She's shedding. Now, the thing I love about bingo is I like to holler out bingo when I don't win, just to make people think, oh, the game's over. Like, oh, no, you didn't win. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I'll get it right next. I'm just kidding.
Silly.
But anyway, if you're around the Atlanta area this evening,
If you're around Hapeville,
if you're around East Point, College Park, Hapeville,
that's Hapeville, not the other kind of.
yeah.
sounds like.
Years ago, I picked up a transgender lady, and her and I were doing HIV testing in Hapeville, and she was from Chicago. And she's like, where is this place at? And I remember this, and I told her, I was driving, I said, it's over here in Hapeville. She said, I don't know how comfortable I feel about going into a town that's called Hateville. I'm like, no, it's not Hateville, it's Hapeville. But I've never been to Folk Art. Y'all know, people that follow me, that y'all know, I don't really come out of the house to social too much. But it's just right up the street, 5 minutes up the street from us. And
we wanted to try and support
Yeah,
Folk Art here.
I did want to. I've heard really good things about Folk Art. That they got sweet potato pancakes on the menu, and waffles and chicken,
Sweet potato waffles.
and sweet potato waffles and syrup and chicken and syrup over chicken and syrup over waffles. And, yeah, I'm telling, I'm craving sugar. So, but anyhow, I typically don't go with Ava when she goes out to these events, but I figured, my only thing is it starts at 8. My bed, I'll get sleepy about 9:30. I'm ready to go to bed.
Hello, Jacqueline.
So good evening, TikTok, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. Inviting anybody in the area.
Thank you.
To come out to Folk Art this evening. It starts at 8 o'clock. We're going to get there about 7:30.
Y'all are so wonderfully complimentary. Like, thank you.
Oh, are we supposed to be talking into this?
Can they not hear me?
Well, I'm sure they can, but it helps if you direct your voice in that direction.
Yeah.
So, y'all, it has been so beautiful here today in Atlanta, and it's in the 70s, and it's just been so beautiful all week. It's going to be, I think tomorrow's the Super Bowl.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm not into it this year. I don't
Thank
care
you,
about
Stephanie.
Philadelphia. I don't care about Kansas City.
I did hear that Taylor Swift was definitely having a big get together in New Orleans. Sweet potato beignets. Stop it.
At Folk Art?
Oh.
So anyhow, y'all, listen.
Furio said yes tomorrow evening. So yeah, Taylor Swift is having a big get together in New Orleans.
So anyway, for anybody that's listening around Southeast Atlanta or south of Atlanta, and just maybe it's a beautiful evening, just want to get out of the house for an hour and check out a new place. Bingo? I don't know if I'm going to be playing bingo, but I'm certainly going to have me a little something sweet to eat. I hadn't had nothing sweet for the whole month of February, except for Savannah's birthday cake.
Velo said that it's tomorrow, and the 47th president said he is going.
Yeah, I ain't fooling the Super Bowl
Thank you,
with you.
Tessa.
I ain't fooling the Super Bowl with you. I'll
I'm not
probably.
even interested in a halftime performance, and I really appreciate Kendrick Lamar as a performer. But I saw Beyonce Bowl, so I'm good.
I may watch the halftime show tomorrow afternoon. But anyway, y'all.
Hey,
There's a
Sarah,
there's a good
Kendrick and
breeze.
SZA.
There's a good breeze blowing here this evening too. So we're going to folk art this evening.
We are.
And the thing about social media, like I was over working on hey Miss Kathy Cole. We're good. We're going to folk art tonight. We're having a bingo fundraiser for
Yes, Agatha and Olive host bingo apparently at Folk Art in Hapeville, and tonight they're helping to raise money for Out on Film, the LGBTQ film festival here in the Southeast. It is Oscar qualifying and BAFTA qualifying.
yeah. Well, hopefully, I'll tell you, Miss Kathy Cole over on Facebook. I've had pull muscles too.
Oh,
Man, that's tough. That's tough. I went to the doctor a few times when I pulled muscles in my shoulder and in my back, and they give me a Flexeril, which is a muscle relaxer, and codeine. And man, it'll just knock you out, knock you out. But we're going to folk art this evening, y'all. Y'all tuning in over on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and we're going to get there about 7:30. I'm going to order something. They have drinks there also. If you want a drink of some sort, and big bingo, some kind of bingo gay fundraiser.
Lainey, it should be fun. It should be interesting. I think we will have fun.
So
I've never played bingo before, really.
if you're around here anywhere and want to come and meet Ava or meet me, I was thinking earlier today, social media is so bizarre because
Thank you, Abolish MAGA.
I was over there at my daughter Heather's house working on her privacy gate and putting her fence up. And so her husband, old man, aunt, pulls up and he's got his cousin with him. And he's in this big, old, huge, fancy Infinity SUV, look like a school bus, some kind of big, fancy car. And older man, he gets out and he says, I'm Aunt's cousin. I'm like, well, I'm Heather's dad, Eddie. It's nice to meet you. He said, I know who you are. I watch you all the time. I've been following you online, all your videos, everything. And I'm like, my God, social media is so. I always have this thing that people out in Indiana know me and people out in Austin, Texas know me. But it's weird when you meet people right around that's even knows some of your family and they're like, I watch you all the time on videos and TikToks and all. I'm like, good heavens. So, so you never know who's watching this. So if you want to come out and sit for a little bit and chew the cud, as they say in the South, and come to Folk Art in Hapeville, HAPE, Hapeville. Ava and I is going to be there for a little while.
I love your followers. They're so complimentary. It's
they are
Ava
sweet,
with an AVA. And thank you all for the compliments on the hair. It's a new look for 2025. Trying it out.
Yes. And so we're not going to stay on here a whole long time, but we're going to stay on here a few minutes. Just sit
And I
outside.
did my nails today.
Look at her nails.
I told Eddie that this one's my favorite because it's.
You look like you're shooting them a bird, though.
No, but I'm not. I'm showing my nails. But I told Eddie that was.
I need
favorite.
a good stiff drink, and I don't
You
drink.
didn't get
Yeah, yeah. The I might,
Thank you, lady.
my favorite drink has always been like a vodka. Ava's sitting right here, Miss Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
My favorite drink's always just been a vodka orange juice. I just like a plain vodka orange juice. Drink it for years when I'd go out or whatever. I've got here the last 2 or 3 years where I love a really good Bloody Mary. A Bloody Mary is so good.
Bloody
yeah, just so
Marys are
good.
Amazing.
And so anyway, y'all, coming to y'all from Atlanta this evening, sitting out on our little back porch. I soaked outside in a bath earlier today.
Thank you, Crazy Texan in North Carolina.
Yeah.
You do get your vitamins with the Bloody Mary, all of them.
Yeah, I love a Bloody Mary. Some of them's not good. It depends on where you get one, but if it's made good Lord, it's so good. Sometimes they'll put a little stick of celery down in it you need, or
there was one place we went to where they had candied bacon in it.
Yeah.
Candied bacon.
Hey, Lainey over in South Carolina.
but I will be in North Carolina next week. We fly in
Yeah.
on Friday and then we leave Monday.
I will be in Forest Park next week. I'm driving over to that Home Depot on Jonesboro Road to get some lumber. So if y'all in Forest Park, be looking for me.
It is beautiful weather out here tonight. We are trying to enjoy it.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for the hearts, the follows, the hellos, the gifts, the joining. Hey, Durham.
It's the crazy Texan and NC.
Yeah. Hey, Facebook, everybody over here. I hope everybody's having a good. I used to drink, but stopped about 25 years ago. I
Thank
like the
you.
Bloody Mary. Yeah. So it's just such a beautiful weekend. It's been a wonderful day. You know, I feel like I was productive today. We got our walk in. I got a gate built for my daughter's
You did.
house. We just get out the house for a few minutes tonight. Just kind of go be social.
We rarely get out on a Saturday evening. Typically, we're in bed by 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Gina in Georgia.
It is important.
Yeah.
We did get our walk in.
Yeah, we did get the walk in. So anyway, y'all, if y'all around Hateful, come by and say hey.
It is a
Squeeze
red
in.
lip from it's Rihanna's Fenty red lip.
Yeah. Yeah. So interesting, isn't it?
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's on Hape, HAPE.
HAPE. And if you Google folk art in Hateful, HAPE, VILLE, well, of course, Hateful. Hateful. It does sound like hate, though, don't it?
Does.
Hate.
Ellenwood is where.
Hey, Miss Pam. Good evening to you.
Fenty, Miss Pam. Fenty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elise.
So I might put on a little better shirt.
He does look handsome, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just really enjoying life today and getting her done, getting stuff done, getting through it. Yeah. You know, years ago, my house was a party house for about 10 years in Grant Park. I mean, I literally had strangers waking up in my house. I didn't even know who these people were. It was just a party house. We partied a lot. And I was so social. And then I had Sammy and John and Kevin and Jai and just Sean, just so many friends. And we pile up on sofas, sleep, stay out, go. We'd sometimes leave at 2 o'clock in the morning just to go hit the bars in Atlanta. And, Ava's being a blondie. They say blondes have more fun now. I've always heard that, but
I have fun no matter what color my hair is.
They do. You know, y'all remember them commercials where they say blondes have more fun. My best friends live in Grant Park and have for 18 years. I lived in Grant Park for 17 years, right on Nornwood, right across from the park, right before we moved over here. Grant Park is the greatest neighborhood in the entire city of Atlanta. Love Grant Park. And if I hadn't we don't pay Andrea, we don't pay no attention to all them hateful people. We just let them scroll on by. That's they lonely and sad and just seek attention and
say hi, John.
Can you please say hi, John? I'll say hi, John. Oh man. Just laugh, y'all. Just laugh and take it in stride.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, just take it in stride. You're always going to have hate and racism, bigotry, homophobia. That's especially over on TikTok. People on Facebook don't really do much of it because it's kind of a smaller community. And you're like, oh, Miss Sheila said what? Well, fuck her then. And just send her off into the sea of forgetfulness.
We are
on TikTok, there's that's just silly.
It goes out into the wide, wide world.
Yeah, yeah, we are a couple. Been together for 15 years. She got me out of jail after I'd served 8 years, and she found out I like being spanked. and she's really a dominatrix.
Dominatrix.
And so when we get off of here, she goes in there and she pulls my pants. She's got a big old leather strap.
Whoa,
And she
whoa.
hits me so hard.
That's a little too much.
And I'm like, oh, baby, I love you, baby. I love you. And I ain't even drinking.
Are ridiculous.
And people's like, la, 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 la. Please don't do this, Eddie. Please don't do this.
I'm dead. I'm deceased. No,
Yeah.
no.
But we have been together 15 years. We actually have a very common love affair. Pam said, stop, Eddie. I never, since we're talking about it, I've never been handcuffed and spanked, but there's a little part of me that's often thought I would enjoy that, and I just say, rub, So, but anyhow, the thing, when people ask me,
it's wild.
Yeah, when people ask me, well, how old is Ava? I tell them, I'll tell you how old she is. She's still young enough to be spanked, but she's old enough to enjoy it. That's so bad, isn't it? Oh, me.
It is a crazy world, and all you can do is laugh.
Yeah, you just laugh at it. Anyhow, everybody, just to remind everybody, this evening at 8 o'clock, bingo at Folk Art in Hapeville. We're going to ride over there. I think I want me a waffle. Just a reason to eat some syrup. And so we're going to just say hey to a few people, maybe hang out 45 minutes or an hour. And so if you do show up, don't think you're going to show up. You're going to say, I'm going to sit around 11 o'clock tonight because my butt's got to get in bed here by about 9:30, 10 o'clock. But I'm just 5 minutes up the road. Canadian maple syrup, and warm maple syrup too, where they warm it for you. Oh, it's so good, and the butter's all drizzly and melting. Y'all can tell I'm craving sugar. But Folk Art, and I've been wanting to go over and try their food anyhow. Syrup is of the devil. It sure is of the devil, Brother Brad. but
hello,
I do love you too. Hi from New York.
Mike, I missed it.
A lot of comments coming through, y'all. I'm kind of sitting a little bit far back from it over here on Facebook. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for the sweetness tonight. Oh, somebody's sending roses, and it's Black History Month. Yeah, boy, don't we love all the people that just feel the need to just kind of, just tell you need to be saved and tell you that you need to honor Black History Month. And don't we love the people that's the gatekeepers that always come after us and like,
Canadian here, yes, maple syrup. There was a series we watched on Prime about a maple syrup heist. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you remember watching it?
Yes, I do. I forget what it was. But yeah, this lady, they was trying to take her farm away from her, and they all raised maple syrup, and the town mayor was crooked. And I don't know what she's got. But
I don't either.
Gracie.
Oh, it's a clip.
It's all right. But anyway, y'all, Folk Art, 8 o'clock this evening over in Hapeville. Bingo. Tickets are for a good cause to put a new set of tires on my truck. I wish. Yeah. I think we will have fun too.
I think we're going to.
Yeah. No, we're not doing that. But anyhow, I hope everybody's feeling good today. So I tell you, whatever you're going through, at least we got good weather to go through it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people out there is going through some stuff. At least we got good weather to go through it. We got a batshit crazy man up there in the White House that's kind of trying to piss on the whole country. But other than that, things are kind of going pretty good.
So I read the news once a month for an organization called This Way Out, where it covers LGBTQ news. And I just did it right before this broadcast, and it was absolutely depressing going over what's been happening with this new administration and then having to read out the news on the NCAA and their new rules following the national guidelines, talking about federal workers having to remove any pronouns from their email correspondence. It's wild. It is absolutely depressing.
Yes. I seen where that Pete Hedgehog, whatever his name is, head of the hedgehog, isn't it? But I seen where he signed an executive order in the Department of Defense that they're not honoring Black History Month across the military this month. And the evangelicals, the Southern white nationalist evangelicals, they are in hog heaven because Donald Trump signed something to ban paper straws so that we can all go back to living a full life of having plastic straws by the billions so we can dump them all out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So, man, I mean, y'all would not believe how wonderful things are going. Now we can have plastic straws again. Isn't that wonderful?
It's wild.
Didn't you miss them?
And also
Didn't
the
you
price
miss
of eggs have gone so way down.
Yeah.
But here's what I did not know. Reading the news today, I learned that out of 510,000 student athletes, only 10 are transgender.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
It's a very weird focus.
Yeah. He'll go down in history as one of the most ignorant human beings that ever graced the halls of the White House. Just ignorant. He's so ignorant. So, but anyhow, we love y'all. So anyhow, y'all, we're going to be at Folk Art at 7:30 this evening. Just about to get situated and head over that way. Yeah, that is, Brad. Just go. Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, it's always the country. This country, our country, always has to have a group to hate. A group to hate. And for so many hundreds of years, we can compartmentalize all that hate just toward Black folks and keep them like really oppressed throughout history. I mean, that was our hate, and but now, we just always got to have a group to hate. Yeah.
What I love is the engagement that it's getting, because I can't even see how many viewers that is right now.
Yeah, but lots of people over on TikTok. Yeah. So we're going through, let's bump it up a couple more hundred by saying this. Donald Trump is the most ignorant person that's ever been in the Oval Office. And there's been quite a few ignorant people in the Oval Office. So that puts money in the bank, y'all. And I laugh about it and have a good time. And so I'm more serious on my morning posts when I'm writing. In the evenings, I'm more flippant. And not only this, but according to the prostitutes and hookers and the people that he's had sex with, well, I'm going to say it. All they can do is ban it. They say he's got the smallest penis of any president in history. Now I don't know if y'all people care about men with big penises, but they say Donald Trump has like a little bitty penis, little bitty red one, that it's not pretty. Not pretty. Watch Ava's getting all withdrawn like, oh, Lord, I'm withering. She's like that witch. Like that witch. Yeah. You know what? He's a bully. And if he can go around and bully all these other people the way he's trying to do,
thank you, Lainey.
I'd like to bully him a little bit. So,
Pam's on here too.
Pam says she heard it too. I know Pam. Pam she wouldn't have nothing for him. It wouldn't matter how much money he had. Y'all, life is good.
Life is good.
I think we have to go on a more, when I'm being more serious.
I do have a page, but I haven't updated it in a long time.
As a country, we don't have no choice. We have to go through this. We're going to walk through the fire for the next few years.
Yeah.
And the country's going to be tested and bent and bold in every angle and every direction. And I thought about this yesterday. We ran out to a place to buy a chair, and the whole time we were leaving, Ava didn't know that she had to do a Zoom meeting with some people.
I forgot it was our monthly meeting with Out on Film for industry engagement.
And for about 2 hours, I was running in the store. She's sitting in the truck, and but she had her on speakerphone, and we're driving around Atlanta. and it's so much engagement about the gay and trans community and them while they're bored and what they're doing. And I just thought about this. There's so many thousands of little groups like that across this country in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and Nashville, and Charlotte, North Carolina, and little towns of Kokomo, Indiana. There's gay and trans people that's fighting for their cause. There's a Mexican people that's fighting for their cause. There's Jewish people that's fighting for their cause. There's Palestinians that's fighting for their cause. The cause is still here. The rights of people are still here. Groups are not sitting at home and doing nothing. They're we don't see it. I just seen it one little thing in my truck yesterday. But groups are organizing. They're making contacts with people. They're trying to mobilize people. They're trying to make sure their voices are getting heard. And so the fight is still out there all across the country. And it's going to, there's going to be, yeah, Brad, and the media won't cover it because the media is like 5 minutes of blah, 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 and then they move on to something else. But I'm telling y'all, gay people, I tell you this, if you're gay, and as weird as this sounds, be more gay than you've ever been. If you're trans, be more trans than you've ever been. If you're a voice for Mexican immigrants, speak out louder than you've ever spoke out before. The whole premise of fascism is to bully people down and take their voices away from them and make them afraid to speak out, to say things, to post things. And I'm not just saying this because I have great admiration for Ava the person, but I've seen the last few years of her dedication to really be there for trans causes, gay causes. I've seen so many nights where after all day long, she gets home at 11 o'clock, where she was at an event over here in West Atlanta somewhere to be a voice and to gather with people and all. So all that stuff is still going on. It's going on across thousands of little communities of people all across the country. So it gives me hope. And also at 8 o'clock this evening at Folk Art in Hapeville, if you want to stop by and say, hey, we'll sign you up to do something, get you involved. So good Lord, y'all, over here on
wild.
It is wild. There's hundreds and hundreds of people over on TikTok.
I will say too, like even just this year alone, it's rolling into the second month of it, but the organizations that I know that are supporting queer and trans people here in Atlanta in the state of Georgia, they've seen an overwhelming amount of support from the community. And how can we mobilize? How can we support each other? And how can we make sure that we're there for even the most vulnerable amongst us?
Yeah. So that's happening. And what little bit of voice I have left over from the campaign, I know I get on here and say some really outlandish stuff like Ava taking a leather strap and beat me in the dominatrix. I mean, I'm just off the cuff and I'm talk about small penises or whatever. But the more
we need allies.
But the more appropriate, serious Eddie Williams Sellers, I spend a lot of my time encouraging and exhorting people to be strong and of good courage, be steadfast, don't lose hope. I think we had no option but to go through this. And now that we're in the midst of this fire that's burning around us, in the midst of this country, in the direction that it's now in, now that we're in the midst of it, if I thought this morning for the first time, I'm like, if I would love to have had Vice President Harris to win. But by the same token, whatever this cancer is, and believe me, MAGA is a cancer up on the boil of this nation. MAGA is that same group of people that stood out there in the middle of the Edmund Pettus Bridge and had the dogs that they turned. This is the same MAGA. It's always been a part of this country. They just reinvent themselves under different names. Back then, it was just simply called the Ku Klux Klan. Today, it's just called MAGA. And it's filled with hate, and it welcomes anybody that has anything good to say about white people and anything bad to say about any other race of people or color of people. And so when I think about if Vice President Harris had won, to me it would have been maybe this had to be dealt with. And if she had won, it would kind of be like putting a Band-Aid on a big cancerous arm. That cancer's got to come out. And I think we're going to live through the next several years of MAGA, the cancer of MAGA just really just eating the heart of the country out. The soul of the country already feels like it's lost because now the news media is being destroyed on every angle. That's the first foray into fascism. Destroy the media, because once you destroy a free press, the fascist people, the oligarchs, the billionaires that now are running the country can do anything they want to do. And yep, I'm just preaching to the choir tonight. So anyway, TikTok. We're going to be at Folk Art in Hapeville. They just opened up a few months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. They got good food. I'm going to get out and mingle a little bit. And
It's wild. He never gets out and mingles.
yeah, I don't.
He lets me be the Dolly Parton, and he's the Dolly Parton husband.
Dolly Parton's been on the stage her whole life, and then she's been married her whole life to Carl. But Carl never ever cares to do any of it. And Leanne Morgan's a little bit finding that out now too, that her husband don't care nothing about the spotlight. Leanne Morgan's on all the talk shows now. Leanne Morgan's a comedian. I think in my younger life, I was so social, and pastoring a church, you're involved socially with, everything every week. So I would take it on Sunday nights when I first started out. They'd be like, 60, 65 people there on a Sunday night when we was just kind of getting started. And I just invite everybody. I'm like, there's a Shoney's right over here on Jonesboro Road in Forest Park. Yeah, everybody wants to come. I got you. We'll just take the offering and buy us all a salad bar and some food or whatever. And we just show up over at Shoney's. They'd be like 60 people. I'm like, man, we got 60 people. Can y'all get us in here? Like, yeah. They'd open up a back room. We'd fill it all up. Everybody give them a bowl of salad. And I was just so social for so many years. And then Sammy was such a social butterfly. Sammy, he would just invite people. He said, Eddie, I got to go. David coming.
They are draining, Pam. They can be draining.
Yeah. And so, but at this point in my life, I love my alone time.
Thank you, Ken.
I've become very reclusive, and I enjoy it. Just me and my Boom Boom and Gracie, and Ava's out doing events, whatever. I'm sitting here playing on TikTok or just enjoying my alone time. Anyway, we're going to get off of here saying hello to you. We as a country are going to go through this. At some point, appropriate responses will start to galvanize. I think there's voices that's within this country that hasn't been heard yet. And when these voices come on the scene and start talking, they're going to be voices that's going to mobilize people. And it's going to speak to the very souls of people. And I don't think the Democratic Party has those voices in it right now.
No.
But that don't mean that those voices are not out there. And that will galvanize people, charismatic people. Even for me, I noticed like we need more voices like the 2 little young African-American state legislators in Tennessee that they banned and put them out of there. Come on, get out here and do your stuff. We're going to get behind you.
I'm really enjoying Jasmine Crockett.
Yes. So there's voices that's going to come on the scene that's going to be legit, decent people that have a vision for our country. And
sometimes for the religious people, I wish I could just conjure fire in my hand so that I could be the witch they think I am.
Yeah. I always loved that thing. 2 or 3 years ago, somebody just asked this question, said, when they were burning the witches at Salem, why didn't they question the people who were burning the witches? Who were those people? Gail over on Facebook says, we have a woman's people's march, and finally our reps are standing up. Yeah. We're going to get there, y'all. We have to have hope. Y'all, I think in a prophetic way.
He was well tea for me.
I think in a prophetic way, we have to go through what we're going through now. In order to get to a better America, we had to take a deep dip down into the deepest parts of dog shit which is what the country's going through right now. We're walking through dog shit. And I think we had no option but to go this route. It's almost predestined that we do this in order to turn this curve and come out to a better place. So anyhow, we're going to go folk art at 8:00, bingo, bunch of gay people.
And drag queens.
Drag queens, gay people.
Thank
And
you,
for all you evangelicals out there, I'm going to tell you what's going to go on. It ain't going to be nothing but a bunch of wild sex. Just nothing but a bunch of sex going on. Because, evangelicals, they think, oh, gay and lesbian, oh, they're going to be having sex. That's all they do is have sex. Isn't it funny? We are, Brad. I'm going to go get me a waffle with some syrup. What you got?
All I want to say is, number one, thank you for all the positive comments on here towards the two of us.
Yes. We love y'all.
We love
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I'm just going to be my sign off whenever I come on here and say anything. You people out there, TikTok, you people on Instagram, Facebook, y'all are my blessing. Y'all are my blessing. Y'all have picked me up and carried me through a devastating loss of Vice President Harris, and through a bitter pill to realize that people that I thought were our friends and fellow Americans and neighbors didn't care about us that much, that they would choose a convicted con man to lead our nation. You people on here, y'all been my blessing. I love y'all. Now let me hang up and get out of here. See y'all. In.
Bye.
68 new followers. Good. See, boy, you jump it way up. You got to get that wig back out. They hear me say that. Oh my God, we're so cute. You
got to end a live on StreamYard. That's why it's still going. In stream.
We are so silly, y'all.
We are. You got to hit end it.